So this is my sludge making process. You can see the Vitamix blender. And this particular recipe, I took a pot and I cooked up an entire bag of Bob's Red Mill, the cut oatmeal, the kind that's kind of pre-cut.
Yeah.
And I cooked it in some water with some carrots and some mushrooms and some tuna fish.
And some tuna fish?
Yeah, and then I put in some olive oil.
And then you put in some olive oil.
And then for each additional blender full of stuff, I threw in a glurp of applesauce and 2 bananas. And because this was a tuna blend, I threw in the orangey flavored fiber stuff. I started with a clean kitchen counter and then life happened. So everything got chaosed. But this pot full of stuff plus the applesauce and bananas made approximately 8 blenders full of stuff. And the reason I'm making this video is to show you the coolness of these here little green pouches, which I'm trying. I bought 12 of them as a test run, and I'm kind of loving them. For my remainder, I put it in these cheap little freezer things that I got at Pick and Save. What? Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Okay, so the babies poured some oatmeal on the counter and they're licking with their fingers, but you know what? It's cool. And that one's got an avocado. James, would you show me your G-tube? Your G-tube's on your tummy? James, how do you eat your food? Do you eat with your mouth or your G-tube? You eat with your mouth now? Or do we put food in your tummy with your G-tube? In your tummy? Would you take a bite of your peep? So that's the sum of his oral skills right there. He's licking the sugar off of a peep. But hey, it's cool because he's blender fed. So let's see if I could do this without pouring sludge all over myself. So this is the one-handed sludge pull up. You'll note that I'm using one hand and my teeth. Check this out. I think every Trach mom, or sorry, G-tube mom should master that skill. So here's the little green pouch, and what I'm doing is you can fill it from the top, but since, hey, you're feeding a tube-fed kid anyway, you have a ton of syringes, why not use your syringes? So you sit right there, got a little water dish for rinsing the thingamajig. Clean thing. The catheter tip syringes fit perfectly into the bag. Fill it up. Gabloop. The bags hold more than 180, but all we put in it is 180 because 180 is a full feeding. And what is super awesome about these little green pouches, which I cannot demonstrate one-handed, is that just as you can fill them up with the cath tip syringes, you can also take this as your go feeding, fill up your cath tip syringe directly from the thingamajig, and then use one of these little red cath to slip converters that you buy from the squirrel feeding store, slap that on there, and feed the kid directly in the G-tube. James, show me your G-tube. G-tube, and we can feed you? James, are you hungry? You want me to feed you? James, would you say, I love my blender food? Yeah, that's close enough. All right, so that is my evaluation of these little green pouches. They seem to be holding up in the freezer. They seem to be holding up in the backpack as we travel. I have not yet tried to see how long they last frozen to thaw, but I'm thinking these would be really logical for school lunches and whatnot for a blender-fed kid. It says on the website that you can wash them in the dishwasher, but oh my god, we put tuna in these, so we soak them, because tuna. So I am giving conditional approval to these little green pouches, and I will re-update if they have any catastrophic failures, but I don't think they will. Oh, and the lids are pretty useful around here. So lids screw on. They're a little bit sturdier than the ones that come in the disposable packages. And awesome. So, little green pouch for blender-fed kid.